Starting to the bottom right of the map, we have our Team Liquid player in yellow. It is
Liquid TaeJa.
And starting to the top left, cross-positioned of his opponent. On Whirlwind, we have the Protoss player for Team StarTail. He already has a spot in Codes. Can he defeat TaeJa? Let's find out.
StarTail Squirtle.
This is an awesome match. Squirtle definitely prepared really well for this group. It really shows. I mean, you could say the same about TaeJa, but TaeJa's somebody who you would expect, based on his very recent results, to just dominate this group. On the other hand, Squirtle is somebody who has looked really strong in the past, has looked a little bit weaker recently, but in this group so far, I don't know, man. He's already in Codes, but we'll see what he does against TaeJa. This is exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting. These two have been dominating this group, and I want to see who's coming out ahead here. Squirtle, as you said, good preparation for every single opponent, for every single map, nice strategies. TaeJa, though, with a very, very solid macro play that he showed. Great micromanagement in the fights as well. So, who's gonna take it? We have the Nexus for Squirtle. Nexus first.
Yeah, versus a 1-Raxus ban from TaeJa, so a slight advantage goes to Squirtle here. Things will even up with mules and all that, but we'll see. This game is probably going to be late. We're at cross positions. And even though Squirtle has shown some pretty aggressive timings, it's a little bit hard to make that work on this map.
Yeah. And just to make this perfectly clear, guys, if TaeJa loses this game, it doesn't mean that he has not a chance to advance to Codes. He has a second chance later on when he plays his last match. He has like 2 games now that he can win, either the one against Squirtle or the one later on against Chine. And if he takes one of these 2 games, then he is going to Codes. If he loses both, that's a different story.
Yep. You're so right. Now, you know, we've seen on this map players go for a multi-barracks follow-up to put pressure on to a player who goes for fast Nexus like this. Notice that neither player has scouted at all, so they're both completely in the dark. That's why we see Squirtle with this fast second gateway just to be safe. And on the other hand, TaeJa is going to take a big risk with the third command center, and this is without a bunker. Imagine if we saw that MC-esque push that we saw just yesterday against Flash, then TaeJa would probably just lose this game.
Yeah, so he goes for a bit of a risk here at cross position. And while we are currently just waiting for the 2 of them showing us their build orders and their strategies in this game, once again, just plugging the players' Twitters here. We have TaeJa. He's at Liquid TaeJa. He's not in Codes just yet. Definitely cheer him on if you're a Terran fan, if you want him to do well. And his opponent is, of course, also already in Codes. You can send him a tweet and congratulate him to his performance today. And to him getting into Codes, it's ST_Squirtle. Make sure to add the 2 of us as well, at ProxyWolf and at Caldor.
Yeah, definitely do that. Send us a tweet. Tweet us who you think is going to win, who's going to take first place in this group, because it's hard to call. Right now, this game is just opening up exactly as you would expect it to be. On a map like this, especially with 2 players who are so macro-oriented. Seen timing attacks to Squirtle today, as I said before, but looks like he wants to play the late game on this one. And the thing is, for him, the game doesn't matter, but I think that considering how you talked to him about this earlier, he said he really wanted to make a good showing in this group, and to actually take the group down without a single loss would definitely make a very big impression. Not only taking the group down without a single loss, but doing it and defeating TaeJa, who's doing so well, not only in this group, but in worldwide events, and in Korea, and in Pro League. It's pretty important. I think it would make a pretty big impression on anybody who watched it.
You know what makes a big impression on me? That is him starting things now, not with the Robo, but going straight into the Twilight Council, into the Forge and additional gateways. This is him taking a bit of a risk. And you mentioned TaeJa's build when he went straight into the 3rd command center and did skip on the bunker. So this is going to be a very, very interesting build that we have once again. Immediately chrono boosting the +1 armor upgrade. Has a lot of production now with all these 3 gateways. And this is going to get very... Oh, wow, what did he see?
He didn't see any of it.
Yeah, he goes into charge right away.
Yeah, this actually starts to look like he might go for that +2 armor with charge and Archon's attack off 2 bases. He's adding a 4th gateway, start to see more and more like that.
Do you see the bunkers for TaeJa? Wow, he's adding another 2. He's going for 5 bunkers. He saw 3 gateways and he saw the 4th, so now he expects a huge gateway attack.
Yeah. It's all he's seen 4 gateways, literally, and he's not... The thing is, it's so funny because he actually is going to get that. He's going to get just what he expects. But does Squirtle know he's made these bunkers? Yeah, he does. Is he actually going to go through with it?
No, there is no way. Never. If Squirtle goes into 5 bunkers, that's like throwing yourself off a skyscraper without a bungee rope.
He needs to make a 3rd Nexus if he's gonna not do this, and I think he's actually still gonna do it.
He cannot hope to
He might think
bunkers.
that TaeJa is actually just gonna salvage the bunkers after the attack doesn't come, so he might wait a little bit longer until +2 is done.
He has the vision, right? He saw it.
Yeah, he saw the bunkers. He's already seen them, but he doesn't know if they're still there, so he's probably gonna come up here and poke with a stalker. And TaeJa has also seen the pylons, so that's why he's not salvaging. He's like, I don't know. Seeing the stalkers here alone is not enough of a tell, but it's... if I were TaeJa, I would probably not salvage. He's got a 3rd command center, so...
In Germany we have a saying, in 10 kalten Winter nicht. No chance.
I think that the TaeJa's 3rd command center, he knows that salvaging these is not that big of a deal. He doesn't need to do that. And Squirtle's actually just going to do this, man.
Yeah, he's warping in. Look at these zealots. The guy has 25 zealots.
He does not wait for +2 armor, it looks like. He puts Guardian Shield up. I think that might have been a mistake.
If this works, Wolf, does he have enough? Look at this. It's 66 army supply against 32, even with the bunkers.
It might work, dude. If he catches these units out of the bunkers...
He sees them, though. He sees them. He knows exactly what's going on.
Here we go! 5 bunkers against this many zealots. The SCVs can't even really repair.
He could make it work. There's the Guardian Shield. The first one is down. He's repairing as much as he can. There are no force fields to stop them. The zealots are melting away one by one, but there are the reinforcements. He's going for it, and he kills the 3rd bunk already. Here come the medivacs.
And the medivacs come through. This is actually still a little bit close. The Marines doing a lot of damage. The bunkers fall, but Squirtle's pushed back.
Wow. Oh my god. Squirtle is pushed back. He lost a lot here. He lost twice as many resources as his opponent. TaeJa holds somehow, and now we have more and more bunkers being built. Squirtle knew what he was going for.
Is almost done for TaeJa. He's got the medivacs. I can't see him losing this one because he just has too much DPS. Yeah.
Stim, the medivacs, GG. Squirtle, he went for it. TaeJa is in Code S. Congratulations, both of them in Code S now. Very, very well done. Squirtle saw that TaeJa already knew everything that he had to know, that he prepared with those bunkers and he was trying to go for it anyways. He had a lot of zealots here. And with the Guardian Shield, for a second it looked like he might be able to pull it off.
Well, Squirtle, you know, that was like watching a ram attack a brick wall. And he almost broke it, but...
Yeah, it was close.
That was
closer than I thought.
Yeah, same.
Squirtle now advances to Codes, so does TaeJa, but we are not done yet. We still have to find out who is going to take the 3rd place in the group. That's something that we don't know just yet.
Exactly.
Who gets a spot to play in Friday's group, to play in the wildcard group, who has another shot at getting into Codes.
Just going back to that last game for a second.
Yep.
Let's talk about this just very briefly before we go into our break. Would you... See, in that case, there's a few other options. He could have made a Nexus and been like, he spent a lot of money on those bunkers. I'm going to keep him contained a little bit. He's not going to move out and kill my Nexus. He could have also made some Stalkers and waited for +2 armor to finish, or even some Archons. Because the way he had it, you saw most of those Zealots were just kind of running back and forth, not able to fight. I think that he could have done a lot more there, but I think he was kind of hoping for TaeJa to salvage those bunkers and that he would just get lucky. When he attacked, he knew, of course, that they were still there, but...
I mean, he obviously thought that he could push through.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, it would have been the better choice after spotting the bunkers to just say, okay, well, that's not going to work. I have a lot of gateways, but I still have the Twilight Council. I can go into attack if I want to. And you are probably preparing like crazy now. You spent all that money for the bunkers, and you are getting units out now. If you just would have used those 3 Stalkers to just fake this attack, the pylon at the front, and then get into a 3rd base, and just try to hope that
TaeJa's
not
production to save his 3rd
immediately, then he is in a better spot later on. But it was closer than I thought. I mean, those Zealots did a lot of damage, so... I was actually surprised that he was able to kill so many of them. I actually feel that he even Did you see the one bunker at the top right that he didn't kill? Yeah, like 10 hit points or maybe like 20. He
Something
didn't
like
really
that.
kill that, so the Marines could do something without being attacked by the Zealots. It was closer than
It
I
was
thought,
close.
but still, TaeJa takes it. So all speculations. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we're going to take our 5-minute break. When we get back, it's time for Terran versus Terran, Happy versus Dream, so stay tuned.